Good morning, Big Blue Nation. This is Lee with That Kentucky Basketball Chick coming to you from our game room again. It is Saturday, March 22nd, 2025. And guess what? The Kentucky Wildcats are moving on to the next round in the NCAA tournament. They took down Troy in what could have been a closer game, but of course there at the end they started taking over, which is what we wanted. Mark Pope got his first NCAA win, or NCAA tournament win. Congratulations, Coach Pope. We're so excited for you. So excited it could be with your first year at as the Kentucky Wildcats coach. Overall, it was a really, really, really good game. I will say we play, and we found out who we play. We play Illinois. We play Illinois next tomorrow at 5:15 Eastern Time. That's 4:15 Central Time, and or is it 10? It might be 5:10. Why am I thinking 15? Check this morning. And of course my app is being, oh no, I was right, 4:15 Central Time, 5:15 Eastern Time. I do think we played pretty well. It was kind of rocky there at the beginning. Our shots weren't going down. But in the end, we started making some of those threes. Trent Noah came off the bench and did what he needed to do. Immediately got a three. Colin Chandler, I say it, and I'll say it again. Colin Chandler is probably, I think, is going to be a very, very, very big tool for our defense and our offense in this offseason, and I think next year too. Otega Owe, man, he's a beast. Just driving in there, I think, and he even went in for some threes. I can't remember if he made one, but what was really interesting was Amari. Amari had a good game, I will say. I just don't understand why he doesn't just jump up and dunk the ball. Because we kept missing those, easy layups. And that can't happen against Illinois, by the way. We've got to get every shot and take advantage of every shot that we have. But then we find out that Amari Williams actually had an injury during practice this week with his back, and I'm like, are you serious? Can we not have a semi-healthy team? Do we keep having to have these injuries? What is going on in these practices that this keeps happening? That's how Jackson Robinson hurt his wrist, was during practice. So they say they think he'll be fine for Sunday. I am really, really, really hoping that is true. But we're excited. We are gonna see hopefully a really good game on Sunday as we go to our second round, and then we'll see what happens after that. Illinois is a very, very good team. They would not be ranked where they are, and they wouldn't have gotten this far if they aren't. We watched a little bit of them. Avicic, which is Big Z's brother, I think we'll have some problems from him, but guess what? We've got bigs just like him, and I think Mari or Carr can go against him and really shake up his offense and match well for that. I think it's going to be a good game. We're just going to keep trugging along, survive and advance, as they say. But overall, I'm so happy we got a win. The healing has begun for UK basketball. Everybody thought we'd be the 4th or the 3 team to go out. No, sir. We're still dancing. So what else happened yesterday? A lot of basketball happened. Let's see. Colorado State won their game. Ole Miss won their game. Let's see who else. It was a pretty good, I will say it was a pretty good day of basketball. Colorado State was an upset. I actually called it. I was really excited. Vanderbilt did not win, and they should have. They were ahead by 16 at one point. They just gave it away. I don't know what. I just do not know what happened there. And it was really, I was mad. I wasn't mad. I was just upset because I wanted to see Vandy, keep going. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. Can't win them all. And then, let's see, who else did we have playing yesterday? Oh, Baylor beat Mississippi State. That was a nail biter. Alabama had a little bit of some trouble there. There for a minute, it looked like Robert Morris might be a big upset, but of course Alabama came out on top on that one. Duke, of course, beat Mount St. Mary's pretty easily. Ole Miss won. They beat North Carolina. Florida won. Kentucky won. New Mexico, Rick Pitino's son won. I'm so excited for him. If you saw any of Rick Pitino's interviews, he said, I'm just nervous for my son now. I don't play the same day. So I'm so happy for Richard Pitino in New Mexico. UConn won. Oklahoma had a chance there. Michigan State won, and of course Oregon won. So that's who won yesterday. There's some other games in there, but those were the big ones for me. Now we move on to today. Today we have McNeese versus Purdue first. Arkansas versus St. John's. That is going to be the game I think everybody's going to be watching. Calipari versus Ricky P. showdown. Bring on the drama. Bring on the smoke. Michigan versus Texas A&M. Drake versus Texas Tech. Creighton versus Auburn. BYU versus Wisconsin. Gonzaga versus Houston. And UCLA versus Tennessee. I honestly think Creighton can give Auburn a little bit of a show and a run for their money. We'll see what happens, but if Auburn doesn't come out playing like Auburn should be playing, Creighton could upset them. And as much as everybody does not want that to happen, I think it could. We'll see what Charles Barkley says if it happens. I don't think he'll be very happy. Weirdly enough, he has Florida winning it all. He doesn't have his Auburn Tigers winning it all, but maybe he'll switch. I don't know. He can't switch his bracket, but he can switch his thinking. So the first game, McNeese versus Purdue, I have McNeese continuing that upset. They are very good, and I think they're on a roll. I think Purdue plays a little bit of a slower game, so that'll be an interesting take. The Arkansas versus St. John's, I have St. John's taking that one easily. I think they're the stronger team in this, and plus you've got Rick Pitino coaching, so there's that. Michigan versus Texas A&M, I got to go with the SEC. Let's go Texas A&M. I love Buzz Williams, so I hope they win. Michigan's a good team, though. Drake versus Texas Tech. I have Drake continuing. As I said at the beginning of all this, Drake is my Cinderella team. So I am excited to see Drake continue and upset that number 3. And we'll see what happens after that. Creighton versus Auburn. In my bracket, I have Auburn winning. But I think Creighton could give him a little bit of trouble. So this will be interesting. BYU versus Wisconsin. I have BYU. BYU's a good team as well. We'll see. I haven't watched much of Wisconsin. I just like BYU. Zaga versus Houston. I think I have in my bracket. Yeah, I have Houston winning. Zaga looked really, really good against Georgia. Of course, it was Georgia, so just remember that. And then we end the night with UCLA versus Tennessee. I do think Tennessee will win this game. It looks like in my top bracket, I don't have either one of them in it, so that's interesting. But I do think Tennessee, UCLA is a good team. Of course, if we win our game tomorrow, we will play whoever wins that Tennessee versus UCLA game. I've heard UCLA would be a good matchup for us, so I wouldn't mind playing them. But I also wouldn't mind having another crack at Tennessee. However, in a tournament setting, I don't know what would happen. We play very well against Tennessee. Zakai Ziegler, for some reason, he sees that blue Kentucky uniform and he doesn't play as well. But it is hard to beat a team 3 times in a year, so maybe we want UCLA, but Alabama beat us 3 times this year. So I don't know. It'll be a very, very, very fun day of basketball. We actually have a friend in town, so we won't be watching it like we have the last couple of days, unfortunately. But I will have it on my phone, and we will be watching it that way. Y'all, I'm just excited. I love tournament time. I've literally watched so much basketball in the last couple days, flipping back and forth. I wish I had a 4 TV setup so I could have all 4 of them on at once. That would be amazing. Our TV in our game room's big enough. We could probably do a split screen, but I don't know how to do that or if that is even available. I've seen it somewhere, but I don't know what. I honestly think the Cats have a good chance to make it to the Sweet 16. They're going to play their hearts out on Sunday. But I'm excited. So we'll see what happens. And until then, go Cats!